Mental health has been perceived as women. We live in an era whereby we want to project our frustrations too.
Men opening up is that.
But do you feel when the efforts are placed on the men, they will become more protectors and they will...
It's only that they are not coming out.
Uzima Wellness Program, the program that highlights community issues, and we seek to talk about them and be able to come up with solutions that can bring a just society and a healthy society. We are here at TNL Hotel, a hotel that is classy, just behind Mwatamba Police Station in Bamburi. You can come and experience the serenity. All of these guys who are here are all men, and this month is Men Mental Awareness Month, June. So we're also going to talk about issues to dealing with men, especially what is ailing men. Why is it that the number 2 causes of death among men is about suicide? Why do men end up killing themselves? And we are here with them. They are going to tell us so much about it. And without wasting much time, I want to hand over the mic to my good friend, my learned one, my GDV expert, women rep. Welcome.
I'll always stand to represent women.
Yes.
I'll fight for their rights. Mambo kama hayo. Because I think everyone has got a sister in the house.
Yes.
Yani tu lazima kuna dem mahali. Najua pia your mom ako pale, your kuzo dem. And lazima tu exist Alafu without them we exist in a way, but something has to come on top. Hiyo kitu sijui. So, my name is Jerome, Hesborne. I love matters GBV. When they are mahali kikiumana ndio mimi naingilia, alafu naweza kuwatetea. So today we are privileged to have a friend, our brother Godifrey. He's an expert in GBV also, mental health. In fact, he's the one who introduced me to these things. Yes, he once called me, niaje hapa kuna vile mambo sio mzuri kwa wasee mtaani, so niaje come. So he called me, akaniambia you go and assist one of the cases. That one case made me kuingia kwa hiyo msururu wa kuwatetea.
That is interesting.
Welcome, bro.
Welcome. And before, you have talked about it, GBV consultant. Apart from that, I wish this show was a comedy because I'm in chekesha behind that show. Lakini sasa hapa tuko kwa serious matter, Uzima Wellness Program.
Yes.
So welcome. Tell us about yourself.
Ajua kwanza, shukran sana my brother Ben and my brother Daktari kwa mwaliko. Na pia our viewers, bila nyinyi hatungekuwa hapa. Kuna jambo ambalo limenifurahisha na nimecheka sana kwa maana nimesikia kuna women rep karibu yangu. But now, to make it clear, ni women rep in this sense. He is fighting for the rights of women, especially those undergoing through GBV. That's where the tag women rep. Sawa? Lakini mkitaka kura, tomba. Anyway, kwa majina anaitwa Godifrey Ndungu, by profession I'm a clinical officer. And kama ambavyo wametangulia kwa kusema, mimi ni I call myself, I have the experience matters to GBV, mental health, and also its friendly services. So that's what I do out there to make sure we have a just society and a GBV-free society, and also advocating for equal rights, especially with regards to mental health to men. Underline and underscore and in bullets.
Underscore and underline.
Kila kitu.
Yes.
But not under the water. Yes, over the table. Yes.
Nikija kwa men, anakuwa men rep. Mental health.
Yes.
Men rep.
Yeah.
Nasikia you underscore.
Yes.
What do you mean equal rights?
No, when I mean about equal rights, is about the service that we offer. I'm talking about especially men with mental health in men. Many times we live in a society whereby mental health has been perceived as women, affecting women only. So when I mean about equal rights, I mean equal rights in service delivery to men also who are undergoing through GBV and mental health. That's what I mean, equal rights. Yeah.
And you as a GBV consultant,
Yeah.
we have had, of course, cases. There are so many about women and children.
Sure.
But have you encountered cases of what made this man to open up? If you have ever encountered a case of a man having issues of gender-based violence.
Yeah. Thank you. I remember the first day I encountered a man undergoing GBV. It was not a good scenario. And how did this happen? I'm consented because this is something that I've shared before. He underwent GBV, and by the way, it was not a man to man. It was woman to man. And how did he undergo this GBV? It was all because that he was not financially stable at that time. He was not able to provide financially to the family at that time. And this lady was at the upper hand financially. And so what really happened is this man, because of that, apparently he went into alcoholism and he started doing drugs. So he was not able to think critically. So he was vulnerable at that moment. So during that moment, now the lady, I wouldn't say she took advantage of the situation, but because of the circumstances, out of the frustrations, we live in an era whereby we want to project our frustrations to the next person. Yeah. So you can imagine maybe there's work frustrations, life frustrations. So he was trying to project her life frustrations. For me, I want to put it in that context. She was trying to project her life frustrations to this man. And actually, it happened, it was a sad scenario because this man was vulnerable at that moment. And this lady used to, it was bad, battering. Alikuwa anampiga. I remember alikuja pale hospitali kumhudumia, but hakutaka kwanza kujieleza. Kusema mara ameanguka, mara sijui amefanya nini. Lakini ukiangalia, so how did he open up? Muuliza swali vizuri. Being a man, I tried first to ensure he feels safe. There's that aspect of empathy and validation. Now, when you talk about GBV, just a bit, there's something known as lives. How we handle our survivors. So I used that approach of lives to validate whatever he was going through. And then from there, he felt this was a safe haven. So akaza kufunguka vizuri. Yeah.
It's interesting because most of them, siji kama my friend here, Jerome, kama ushai experience GBV, have you ever opened up ama ulikanyagia mpaka sasa? Usiseme hujai experience.
I don't
ama haujua ni GBV.
Sometimes you might not know. Ama sikujua, but I think ni ile yenye haikuwa yenye kuonekana ile that you can. Sometimes you cannot pick that this GBV.
Sure.
Until when maybe it may blow out. But maybe we should learn on how to try to pick such things wherever they are happening. But when it comes to men opening up is an issue. Na sasa hapo unajua paka imefikia mahali pengine wamedhulumiwa mpaka wakaona ni kawaida. So even you cannot identify whether you are going through violence.
Yeah, like I have a scenario when I was still young in school. Now I had my friends and they wanted me, at least everyone has a girlfriend, and they wanted me to also have a girlfriend. So they looked for a girlfriend, and then they said, "Now, that is a girlfriend. Go." Nasa end up chapa nini mamistari. So that girl ananishika sema, "You're a man. You should be able to speak." Now I was feeling like, now this is a very tight situation, but according to them, it's not issues of GBV.
Yeah,
but now looking back, I can imagine now, how am I supposed to defend myself as a young person? Now you are in that situation. You don't want to disappoint your friends around you because they are the one who have set it up, and you are here now looking. How do you come up? Because if you also fail, you're also going to be ostracized or to be removed from the group. You're going to be
inabidi urushe mistari.
Talking of that,
like it was ilifanyika mimi nikiwa high school.
Ilifanyika.
Lakini nikaona ni kawaida na nikaweza kujitetea.
Unajua ama na huyo msichana.
I had to do both to prove that pia mimi niko fit.
Na mimi nilikuwa form 1 na niletea mtu wa form 4. Kama niangalia hivi bwana anasema
actually I think it has happened to most of us men, huh?
And the men who are the witnesses, they're even cheering, they're not even coming in to help me.
Wajua, the reason why such happens, huh?
Yes,
because we live in a society whereby I think men, I won't say tumekuwa overvalued, but the society that we live in, ni ile mwanaume, ni ile unaambiwa jikaze kiume. And hii nataka kuongelea kwa vile ile how do we open up. Ndio umetaja your life experience, and I think that's what we all have gone through. Ni ile design, how can I open up? But you see, because of society, the societal expectations, ambavyo sisi tumelelewa, tumejua the African man, kuna vitu ambavyo hufai kujieleza, kuna vitu ambavyo hufai kusema kwa watu, na cheki. So in that context, sasa una feel I'll just nitaimezea, but ndani kwa ndani unaumia.
Huwezi sikia mwanaume anapiga, yani nasikia tu wanawake gara loud, but ukisikia sauti ya mwanaume kila mtu atashangaa huyu jamaa.
Huyo amelipwa huyo. Na amelipwa.
Sasa hata umeenda mbali. Kama saa hii uko na baby girl na baby boy watoto. Baby girl akijikoa, oh mama pole, makisses nini mwanaume kaboy. Ajikaze yani. Hakuna kulia. Na sasa ameanguka unaona ile kidole ndogo leo unagonga hivi unaanza kuongea in tongues. Unaona shakala bashukumlore.
I think yani the way we are, it's kind of we were programmed that men should not cry.
Yeah.
And utapata you can get a boy amekaa 1 week kwa nyumba, ako na kidonda aliumia lakini hajasema, until when you realize hey, this boy is walking in a different style, utauliza ni aje. Then rather you will beat this boy kwa nini alianguka pia. A problem also pia alianguka. What was he doing? So this boy will end up being sick, and open up hakuna. So that is where the problem starts.
And how has that programmed men to become? Because now you as a boy you experience evil. What do you become when you become an adult?
One you will become a hardcore in terms of violence that will not speak out. Okay? That one will be there, and sometimes it piles and you will now tatoa makucha depending on who is violating you. But if you are taught to speak out, itafikia mahali that the moment you realize kuna issue you can share with your friends, and you can able to sort it out, or whoever is violating you can also speak out. Unajua pia unaweza kuwa unakuwa violent lakini hutaki kusema. Utamuona nikisema ataniona mnyonge, ama nikisema atafikiria nini, ama nikisema pia anaweza niacha. So acheza nani akiniacha, what will the community say about me? See? So you are left just there, and now depression kicks in, unaendelea, then this person nasema he's no more. Then kuna mtu atasema hata angekuja atuambie. But you can imagine even there's no one who is ready to listen to you. Okay? There is another problem that is now killing us men.
No, I just wanted to concur with him. Actually, I may say whatever I wanted to say about mambo na the mental health part of it. No, the effect of us keeping to ourselves. I feel it comes in 2 ways. One, there's aspect of anger. Unapata mtu all of a sudden ni mkali. Amekuwa tu mkali, anakumbuka the atrocities, anakumbuka mambo ambayo yamefanyika, anakuwa tu mkali tu. Unaona? So, and the other thing ambayo inakuja ni ile design, unapata mtu anakuwa na mawazo mengi. someone alikuwa jovial, alikuwa outgoing, all of a sudden anaanza kujifungia kukaa ndani kwa ndani ambavyo amesema. So unapata mtu anakuwa na msukumo wa mawazo, stress inaingia, depression inaingia, the why me tag. Mbona mimi? Unaweza kuangalia, unapata watu society ni kana kwamba hawakupendi, wanakuchukia. Unaona? And thank you by the way kwa kuleta hiyo, because being in the mental health awareness month, these are the things that we need now to open up. And by the way, thank you Uzima Wellness for this podcast, because these are the challenges that we need to be having. So let us discuss as men. Let us see how best can we reach to those men out there, because si wengi wanapata nafasi ya kuweza kujieleza. Unaona? So ile hali ya kukaa ndani kwa ndani, you find yourself in a cocoon, the self pity cocoon. Unaona? So unajifungia ndani kwa ndani, unakuwa na mawazo, depression. Ndio maana unapata just ambavyo umesema, suicide is the number 2 causes of death in men. Sindio? And these are the kind of the things that zinakuja. So ile ndani ya kujifungia kwa ndani inafanya mtu, unapata the only thing that you can see yourself, you cannot see yourself beyond that wall in every angle, because umejifungia ndani kwa ndani. Na kujifungia ndani kwa ndani haimaanishi just ati uko ndani kwa nyumba. Kujifungia ndani kwa ndani, what we mean ni ile you don't want to open up. Umenielewa?
Yes.
Kujifungia naomba niregelee. Kujifungia ndani kwa ndani si lazima tukue tumejifungia kwa jumba ama kwa chumba in a building. No, then you are enclosed in a building. No, it's the act of you not speaking out, not sharing out. I think for me that is one of the things that we really need to champion, people to come out and seek help.
You guys were here live and here from TNL Hotel, the hotel that is situated in Bamburi, just behind Mwatamba Police Station. It's a classy hotel and a very affordable and a very good hotel. You can come and experience the classiness. You can come and even experience the serenity here at TNL Hotel. So thank you with the way you have mentioned. And something that caught me when you talked about when these men keep quiet, they become violent.
Sure.
And this violence now is taken to the vulnerable ones. Eh?
Yeah.
So when handling about GBV, that brought me, do we feel like we need to address the source? Because the source is the perpetrator, and the perpetrator are men. So you will find we are addressing the effect, which is now maybe the vulnerable ones. But do you feel when the efforts are placed on the men, they will become more protectors and they will be able to help, and it will also help reducing issues of gender-based violence? Maybe Jerome.
That one done, I think the issue would have been solved a long time ago. Cases of when there was this report that came out about Nancy Baraza, the gender whatever commission that the President Ruto did formed, and the outcome was men are having issues, and it's only that they are not coming out. You're having a good number. The statistic is there because women are coming out. Okay? And you realize if you can handle the root cause, we handle the perpetrator, who majority are men, will solve that problem. I'm not a happy man as I sit here today because of how I feel men are going into jail because of these cases. Okay, I do play a role when they go to jail, these cases coming, but I'm not happy. Because either if you are wrongly accused, you don't know where to run. Okay? If you are wrongly accused, you still run away. You know, that's why I told you are guilty as charged, because you are nowhere to be seen. So, men need also to understand that there's justice to them wherever they are accused. Isiwe tu mwanamke akisema nimemdhulumu, that is final. Hapana. And now we realize that these men Sometimes when you look at a person who is becoming an alcoholist, do you think that person, the problem is alcohol? Do you think, because it's another way of manifesting what he is going through. And you can imagine when you are growing up, ulikuwa na ukipata hata pombe ni baba anaweza kunywa, sio? Na mama hawezi kunywa, so it was kind of also a preserve for men. And now inaonekana pia it's normal men to drink. It's not normal. There's a rate at which you have to look uweze kujua. So if you see a man being drunk, you need to ask yourself why. You have to go and try to talk to this man. Now you'll be able to understand what is happening. The problem is not the alcohol, the frustration, the stress, the depression that is going on. Now, mali atajiattach ni wapi? Pale. Mali atajiattach ni wapi? Wale wasiwe atakunywa na wao, but they will not share what is going on. They only enjoy what they are drinking. So, the issue of especially the GBV, SGBV, if we can be able to address the issue of men knowing they should not do A, B, C, D, they should not go this way, hautapata cases zikiwa reported that there was defilement, there was rape.
That is true. And the way you've mentioned,
you'll have solved the problem.
The way you've mentioned is they only enjoy what they are drinking.
Sure.
But what they cannot tell you what is going on. Huh?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Do you think more effort should be placed on men to address GBV?
Just to add on what Dr. Remesema, you know, many times, and actually it is sad, because almost all cases, there are allegations that men are the perpetrators. And just as he said, we find young men, we find men going behind bars because of lack of representation. For those, actually, if they have not done it, right? But again, now, as for us to address that issue about, especially now when you talk about the sexual gender-based violence part of it,
Yes.
there's a lot of community engagement that we need to do. And I'm glad because you've been part of my campaign. And actually, we campaigned a lot in men involvement in doing this. And that's how I brought him on board.
Yes.
And
as part of the campaign that now brought to the
Sure.
campaign. Okay.
Yeah.
It
was my campaign.
was the beneficiary of the campaign.
Yes. And I'm glad because he's done a tremendous job with regards to GBV in Kisauni area. Now, what do I mean? We need to bring men on board. You see, there's a group of men that I'll say 75%, they find themselves vulnerable. They find themselves in that category as perpetrators. Our brothers in the Boda sector.
Yes.
You know, if we address that issue, if we sit down with them and try to open up their minds, it's for them to think critically. You know, if they do this thing, what about the family member? How will they feel if their sister, their daughter, their cousins are being done the same thing? You know, by bringing sense to men, tusikue na ile kiakili ya ndasema uhayawuni. Kiswahili kitupu.
Uhayawani.
Wacha nikunywe maji kwanza. Hiyo Kiswahili imekuwa ngumu.
Uhayawani.
Siwezi msaidia. Amesema
Uhawayani.
Uhayawani.
Uhayawani. Naam. As in ile kukua na
Kutokuwa na utu ule.
Mwanangu kaiva Kiswahili umesikia? Kutokuwa na utu. Hebu
Kukosa utu. Uhayawani ni kama unalinganisha na mnyama.
Kweli. Sikujua kaka, kuna vile ameiva Kiswahili vile.
Nilikisoma.
Asante.
Kiswahili. Kakipita.
Sawa msanifu sasa.
akipita wapi?
Alipita barabara ya kufika Mombasani. Mombasa rudi alifika.
No, if maybe I can come in, he has mentioned the issue of boda boda.
Yes.
No.
I remember there was a time we had a meeting, the CUC, Court Users Committee, and we were trying to discuss about the boda bodas, because it's not a coincidence that you find every case, the perpetrators, out of 10, 4 to 5, they are boda bodas. Now, you are trying to see on how we can bring them on board, but one of the ways that we can do, wherever you are unatumia boda boda ama tuk-tuk, try to come with a conversation with these guys. Bring this discussion about GBV. Usingoje wekewe umati mkubwa kwa hall. Okay? Because we use this thing every now and then. Then, when you have a discussion, ukitoka hapa paka Bamburi, utakuwa umeshare a lot with this guy. Then, have that courtesy kumwambia, atoe maoni kulingana yale umesema, umsikize kisha umwambie, now, can you tell your colleagues the same? Tutakuwa tumeweza kuspread huu ujumbe. Because we cannot call it as normal that just these guys are going to jail. It's not okay. And remember, the boda bodas, most of the parents, they are taking their children to school through boda boda. And the cases I have for minors, boda bodas, wanafanya ile kitu. So, what we need ni kuwaweka kwenye njia ambayo wataweza kuelewa. Tusingoje tupewe hall, tusingoje vile tupate partners, na vile tuliambiwa resources ziko limited. I don't know.
Trump alichukua nani?
Yes. So it's us. It's us Africans, us Kenyans, tuweze kuchukua hilo jukumu. Na tuweza kusaidia boda boda. Remember, some of them are fathers, but they end up there. Na kama wewe ni mzazi, if you have a girl who is around 10, 15 years, mpatie fare. Usingoje apewe lift. Hiyo lift malipo itakuwa wapi? Kule. And you have to follow up uweze kujua. And if she gets to school late, know where she was. Si alipanda boda, akafika shuleni late, mwalimu akasema, ama hujafuatilia ulize kulikuwa vipi. You have to find out. So, pia in the process, pia kama ule boda utakuwa umemsave before he escalate. There is a way they come. Pole pole. So, you have to bring this topic to men.
The man-to-man talk.
Yes.
Brother to brother.